In a dense forest filled with tall trees and winding streams, there lived a big, fluffy bear named Benny. Benny was known throughout the land as the bravest bear in the forest. He loved nothing more than going on adventures and making new friends. One sunny morning, Benny woke up with a rumbling tummy. He had a craving for something sweet, and he knew just the thing to satisfy it: honey. Benny had heard of a beehive hidden deep in the forest, filled with the most delicious honey in all the land. Determined to get his paws on some of that golden goodness, Benny set off on his quest. He marched through the underbrush, his big paws padding softly on the forest floor. As he walked, the trees grew taller and the path grew narrower. Suddenly, Benny heard a buzzing noise. He rounded a bend in the path and came face to face with a busy beehive. Bees flitted back and forth, carrying nectar from the nearby flowers. Benny's tummy growled with excitement. He loved honey, but he also knew that he had to be careful around the bees. He didn't want to get stung. Benny approached the beehive slowly, his eyes fixed on the buzzing bees. As he got closer, the bees began to fly around him, curious about the big bear's presence. One brave little bee, whose name was Bloom, flew up to Benny's nose and said, "Hello, Big Bear. What brings you to our home?" Benny explained that he was on a quest for honey. Bloom told him that the bees would be happy to share their honey, but first, Benny had to prove himself worthy. "We'll give you a challenge," said Bloom. "If you can answer our riddle, we'll give you all the honey you can eat. But if you fail, you'll have to go back to your cave without any honey at all." Benny's ears perked up. He loved a good challenge. "Bring it on," he said, his voice full of confidence. Bloom cleared her throat and said, "What can be broken but never held? What can be given but never sold?" Benny thought for a moment. He scratched his chin and furrowed his brow, and then a big smile spread across his face. "I know the answer," he exclaimed. "The answer is a promise. A promise is something that can be broken, but it's an invisible thing that can't be held in your hands. And a promise is something that can be given, but it can't be sold like a jar of honey or a basket of berries." The bees cheered and clapped for Benny. "He's right," they buzzed. "He's the smartest bear we've ever met." Bloom flew up to Benny and handed him a big pot of golden honey. "Well done, brave bear. You've passed the test. Enjoy your honey." And with that, Benny returned to his cave, his tummy full of delicious honey and a big smile on his face. From that day on, Benny visited the bees whenever he needed a sweet treat, and they always welcomed him with open arms. Or should we say, open wings?